Today's Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. Down here at Killarney Lake in the middle of Bowen Island. It started to rain. I'm gonna try to keep recording. For today's share, I just recorded a long share that something happened to the video, so I'm going to attempt a second take here, maybe just keep going in a new direction with it. Speaking a little bit about truth speaking and what it takes to access our truth, and the fear and resistance I have around even doing these videos sometimes, or I should say almost every time. The layers in between us and speaking what our truth is, and then the layers between, even more between us living our truth, even more than speaking it. And how much I feel that's what we're being called to do in the world right now. With so much polarization amongst people about what everyone's believing to be real right now. Real narratives about who we can trust to tell us the truth. And I feel this issue is only going to get more and more serious and in our face, and until we get more and more clear with speaking our own truth, getting clear with what our truth is, and making sure that we're speaking it and that we're living it to the best of our ability, right down to what we're creating in our lives. Is it really what we believe we're here to do as human beings? Is this what we believe life is? Are we ready to explore maybe territory that's deeper or new beyond what's been handed to us? It's a bit what's been coming up for me today. It's feeling the challenges of having to be careful with my words, because so many people are in different camps right now of what they believe in, and are holding a lot of fear and anger and aggression around people who are holding different views. And at the very least, I would share, like, whatever it is you believe, it's fine whatever you believe. We all have reasons for believing what we do. But may we meet up with each other with love and respect for the differing views, and be curious as to why we have such different views, and be curious as to what's in between. Why are these differences of understandings coming up? What needs to be looked at? And can we walk together, like, peacefully, respectfully? Can we remember our human beingness on this path to discovering what is the real truth of what's happening on our planet? Can we stay open and curious as we watch it unfold? Can we stay kind to each other? I guess I don't have the heart in me right now to go back and speak all the things I just said in my last video, but I'll move on a bit to a topic that's been with me the last couple days, and that's working with the spiritual and the physical. That's coming up for me a whole lot right now. Like, it has a lot to do with my beliefs, with, like, what I believe in the spiritual and how that manifests in the physical. And how I believe, like, an integral path with the spiritual is important to me, but sometimes I lose faith in that path being able to take care of or provide for me in the physical. That's been a question I've been being asked to look at these last couple days. And meanwhile, life's moving quickly. With every opportunity I have to make a decision, the more I choose a path that's I feel is closer and closer to both my truth and what it is I want to do and create in this life, that man, every commitment to do or not do, every commitment to work with this person or not work with that person is like speeding it up so much. Um, hmm. I guess I'm being asked to live my beliefs through and through. To also not just leave what I believe in the spiritual world there in the spirit, but to bring it into manifestation, to bring it into action, to do something where I'm speaking, acting, and living my beliefs. And because I'm doing that, I'm having an effect in the physical world on others around me, on my partners, on my friends, on my community, people I come in contact with. And through that, I'm getting a feedback loop of what me living my truth inside this reality looks like, and the impact and effect that's having on others, and how it's helping to create a reality that I believe in. And I'm being I'm being challenged to bring these beliefs into a more visible way in my life, into a more way that touches and interacts with the people around me. And I'm looking for more and more ways to do that, to touch people, to pay attention to how my beliefs are meeting up with the beliefs of others, the impact that has, and what it is I can do to adjust or create in an even bigger way based on that feedback loop. I guess core to my belief system right now is that many of us are living in maybe a surface level of truth. And because of that, we have a lot of disorientation, distortion across our planet of people accepting the reality they've been handed and believing it and trusting it, which is fine, which is beautiful if if the people handing you that reality are doing so out of sincerity and genuineness. But if they're not, if they're doing it out of a angle, with an agenda, and then we're basing our lives, our beliefs, our realities on someone else's agenda that they're not being transparent about, well, then our whole world is starting to be set up for a huge collapse, a huge surprise, a huge unveiling. And that's a big reason why I'm doing these videos. It's a big reason why I want to do a work that I call spiritual, to start to address what it means to find our personal truth and how that truth can be an anchor, and how important it is for all of us to locate that truth within us, and how important it is for us to stand in it, to walk in it, to display it, both for ourselves and for those around us, so others know what our truth is, so that they can more clearly orient themselves in their own truth. I sincerely believe that being a human being is, right now, is spirituality. It is a spiritual thing to just be alive right now. It's a intense adventure all the way, and it requires us to engage with life, to seek out what truth is, to seek out what the meaning is, to seek out what reality is, and I believe a spiritual path that has any depth of meaning is gonna be anchored in how it meets up with all the humans around you. It's gonna be anchored in how it shows up in this world, how it's helping to interact with other humans and create a reality that has beauty, has meaning, has groundedness in the earth, has groundedness in life that's already here. I've walked a path where I've had many of my things I believed in with my whole heart fall out from underneath of me. And I've had to go searching again for what my truth is. And in ways I'm still doing that all the time. And that's why I feel called, feel driven to speak to this, to bring it to the attention of others, to seek out your personal truth, to stand in it, and to understand ways that we can locate that within us, and why that's so important right now. I guess the final thing I would say is that I would like for us to arrive at a place where we can start to identify truth almost in the vibrational way. Like, what I mean by that is that we can see somebody, we can listen to somebody and say, hey, I connect with their sincerity, with their genuineness. Like, whether everything they say is true or not, I believe that what they're saying is they believe it to be true. And that can maybe help me find my truth by hearing that. And ultimately, it will always be up to us to discern for ourselves what truth is. What is our truth? Part of me sharing these videos is a way for me to speak from my heart, for me to a practice to access my own truth, and a way to speak in front of a camera without a script, to just speak from my heart, and to try to speak what is not just a philosophical thought, but what is most real for me in my life and also in this present moment. And to hopefully start to speak in a way that people can identify with as authentic, sincere, real, and that whether you think I'm misguided or off or not, that you know that I'm speaking to you what I know to be my truth right now. In a world where truth speaking seems very elusive, very rare. I think I'll close it right there. May you find your own truth. May it ground you. May it guide you. May it bring you peace. And may you have the braveness to stand in that truth in front of others who don't agree with you. And may we learn to respect and work with other people who share different truths than us. And bravely walk forward together until we can find what's in between one person's truth and another. Bless you all. Have a beautiful day.